Somebody just messaged me on Facebook and said, the chit chatter on YouTube is you're gonna lose your YouTube channel. People, if you think I'm gonna lose my YouTube channel, you're crazy. I got too many YouTube channels. And if you think I'm worried about like viewership or monetization or any of that bullcrap, you're crazy. I work for a living. But people say I'm gonna lose my YouTube channel. Ah, well, I'll drink to that. How about we say that? A bunch of shit, they said. I know. They sent me a message. The the chit chatter on YouTube. I'm like, the chit chatter on YouTube is about the underground? Well, let's have a drink to that. If the chit chatter is about me, I think that's funny. Oh man. People think I care. I live in the mountains of Colorado. I have literally designed a life around living in the mountains of Colorado. If tomorrow the internet died, the power was out, society didn't have connectivity, my friends, I would be just as happy, if not happier, than I am today. So, if you've got to get me shut down on YouTube, go for it. We cheers you tonight. We cheers you. For me and this house, man, we will forever be content. But since y'all are here, go ahead and push like and subscribe and maybe give me a thumbs up. Put a little chat thing in there. And, you know, do what you're supposed to do for all that, you know. Oops. Or not. Either way, I thought that was fun. I thought it was a cool message when someone's like, the chit chatter on YouTube is that they're going to shut your YouTube channel down. I was like, really? I guess I'll go do a YouTube live and see if we can get shut down tonight. People. Is this bedtime story time? It might as well be bedtime story time with the underground. What y'all want to hear about? Y'all want to hear about that time I tried to take an underground shirt to the cop station? It's not a happy story. Let's try to keep them happy stories. Leah said no. I know. I don't want to talk about unhappy stories. Man, y'all want to hear about good men who are cowards of corrupt men? I could tell you a story about that. My princess came in and gave me a hug. It sucks when you leave when it's dark. You get home when it's dark. You get home and you feel like you've just been, like your life was almost, man, you feel like you're lucky to be home. Yeah, the kids are great. The kids are great. I'm gonna give somebody a wrench in here because I might as well give her a wrench. I think I trusted her with my other shit, so y'all better watch out. I was so mad today that I made somebody a moderator on the underground. she's about to clean house. Y'all better not be trolling. uh, I never even dreamed about it. And she said the right thing at the right time, and I was like, I'm about to clean this house up. Oh, I don't know who. She'll never tell you. You know what just happened on the underground? My freaking neighbor just reached out to me. Check this out. My my literally my neighbor. She just messaged me again on the Facebook. They just built these brand new houses behind my house, and I didn't know any of the people that moved there at all. And my neighbor just reached out on the under. She messaged me. She's like, "You don't know me, but I started following the underground when we were thinking about moving to Woodland Park, and like you're my neighbor." And I was like the neighbor's behind, or she was like, "I live right behind you." And I'm just kind of paraphrasing. And and she said, "Yeah, like the new house is right behind you." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you, neighbor. My name's Michael, the crazy guy with the phone." Laugh out loud. I don't know what she just wrote. She just texted me back though. So it's kind of weird, right? Because when you think about it, like she's watching my fire, but she literally lives within 20 yards of my house, 25 yards of my house. And so, like, my neighbors are inside my house with me, even though they're just across the yard. I'm okay. I've calmed down, had a little glass of whiskey, settled my nerves a little bit. I did get worked up pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, I was worked up, man. I was worked up. I got worked up. I was such in a good mood, man. I thought, and fortunately, part of it's my fault because I like I, I should have just ran out of there at the very beginning. What when I walked in, when I walked into the police station, I was like, man, if he's not, it'll even be better if he's not here. I can just drop a shirt off, and he was there though, and so they were like, oh, we're gonna go get him. And so they went and got him, and he was smiling and very respectful when he walked out. And I didn't even like, I just chunked him the shirt, and I was like, man, I just want to give you an underground shirt. And I threw him a shirt, and he was like, I can't wear this. These people hate you around here. And it was like something at that moment that, I don't know, it just like changed the whole energy. And I was like, what do you mean they hate me? And then he tried to tell me some story about, oh, because I said some Keystone Cop comment. And I was like, I never called you guys Keystone Cops. I never used the word Keystone Cop. And he said, oh, well, you called us like Mayberry cops. And I was like, I never used the word Mayberry. See, this cop couldn't even tell me what I had said. That's how observant or non-observant he was. I called them Andy Griffin at best. And Andy Griffin was a respected law enforcement agent. He might have been officer of Mayberry, but he was still a respected law enforcement agent. And so, like, it just changed the energy, and I bit. I absolutely bit. It wasn't, I don't think it was them trying to bait me. I don't think they're smart enough for that. I don't think he was trying to, like, trap me, get me. I think his poor training, his poor choice of words, because he didn't know the truth. The truth is I've never called them Keystone Cops. I've never see, people don't realize this. I can't read worth a shit. I'm half dyslexic. I can barely freaking see words on paper. But man, I remember just about everything I've ever heard. Every talk, every keynote speech, every conversation. And when someone tells me I've said something, I know the words that come out of my mouth even when I don't know the words that have come out of my mouth. And if you can go back and find a live video where I called these guys Keystone Cops, please send me a clip. Because I was like, I never called you a Keystone Cop, you know? And there's just energy that changed, and it took over me, man. That energy changed. I felt it, and I bit, and I made some mistakes, and I said some things off camera, not even on camera. I said some things in that room that I shouldn't have said to him. But I'm not ashamed of that. I'm simply just going over in my head what happened tonight, you know? And so I gotta answer. I gotta answer to a lot more people than people. Not people. I don't have to answer to any people. First of all, I don't answer to nobody. I really don't. I answer to God and God Almighty, and 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 God's always provided for me. So even when it's cost me big time, I ain't ever wanted a day in my life because I understand that. Now you don't have to believe in God or higher power. I'll say the universe has never left me in want. And so I don't really answer to anybody. And sometimes that's a bad thing, sometimes that's a good thing. But tonight I made some mistakes, but I sure as hell didn't cower from corruptness for sure. I made some mistakes in the things I said and to that officer and some things I probably said to you guys. But man, I'm not slowing down. Don't think that's gonna slow me down. Don't think I'm scared. Don't think I'm gonna end up quitting. They're just getting. I'm just getting started, man. I'm not gonna run from this stuff, and I'm not gonna go search it out. But I sure as hell ain't gonna run from it. So YouTube is crazy. You guys don't like me as much on YouTube as they like me on Facebook because there's so many YouTubers that don't like me. Some of these YouTubers are like out to stop the dad with the phone, and I tell them, well, hang on, because that's a freight train. You ain't gonna be able to slow down. And the good thing is I really don't care. I could care less about. See, the thing is like today what I did, I had to prostitute myself to a corporate world, right? Man, I could go suck corporate world stuff all night long, every day, and make a lot of money. And maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just tell everybody to screw off and I'll go suck the corporate for a little bit and I'll make enough money that I can come back and just tell everybody to screw off again. I don't know. Some days I'm gonna, some days I just say screw it. It's way more fun. I don't know. It's just a fireside chat anyway. Y'all don't take this against me. Y'all don't hold that against me. Y'all lucky I come over here to YouTube. My phone's burning right now. It's literally on fire. My phone is hot. It's probably gonna shut down because it's so hot. But you know, life's crazy, man. It's crazy. Damn, I had such a good day. Chilling, driving home, enjoying the little mountain drive, no traffic. I was like, man, I'm gonna give this cop a shirt. Boy, did that backfire. It backfired like a sumbitch. Backfired like crazy. I did not see that coming. Maybe I did. Maybe that's why I left the live video running. Maybe it was like apportionately, like I could have come to the car, been so upset, and I couldn't have said anything to you guys because there was nothing on video. But this cop chased me out of the police station, throws the shirt at my car. Man, had he had 1 ounce of training or 1 ounce of compulsion to Like there was no need for that, man. And if I hadn't had my live video, I could have told this story 100 times and nobody would have believed me. But so fortunately, part of me is like, it's craziness how things work. Because I wasn't gonna bring it in there. I didn't want to make him feel awkward. I thought at first I was gonna bring my phone in just to take a selfie with him, like have him hold up the shirt and take a selfie. But I didn't even do that. I just left it in the car. It's craziness. I know. I I know you guys love me. I know y'all do. I'm not worried about it. I'm just talking out loud. I'm trying to talk to myself. I'm half talking to I'm not even paying attention actually to you guys, and I know that that's not the right thing to say to your YouTube audience. I've learned that from other YouTubers. Like, you got to acknowledge the people that are talking to you. I'm like, sometimes I'm just ranting to myself, and I just invited them so that I don't feel crazy. If I shut this phone, if this phone shuts off, I'm going to sit here for 20 more minutes and rant to myself, because if I say it out loud, I remember it. It's a bunch of nonsense. I was like, I'm trying to go back in my head, like where I went wrong. I was like, how could I should have just drove home. I was like, I should have just drove home. I shouldn't, what? The reason I stopped by to give this dude a shirt was because he's actually reached out to me. He's actually, hey, will you help us out with this? Hey, we'll help you out with this. Hey, Michael, I want to talk to you about this. This guy's actually reached out, and I thought, well, I'll give him a shirt. I felt like he was a man. And like, even when I replay what we talked about, I'm like, he got mad because ultimately I called them Andy Griffin. Like, I didn't call him Denzel in Training Day, I called him Andy Griffin. And I was like, that's bullcrap. The reason you're mad is because I called you out on these officers that assaulted this guy. And then, like, it just went down south from there, right? If he was mad about me calling him Andy Griffin, he was not going to be listening to me tell the truth about an officer assaulting. But the funny thing was, by the time I walked out those doors, he had admitted the truth to me, that officer assaulted someone. And that was good enough for me. It showed me a lot, but it was good enough, It showed me that he had an ounce of goodness in him. He's just in fear of the corruption. He's in fear of the corruption around him. And that's what that showed me. And that he could admit it to me. It showed me, okay, this man's a good man. But I understand now, after I've thought about it, after I've contemplated, after I've replayed it in my head, I was like, it's this fear of corruption that we've created. People are scared of the dark, and by God, I'm not. I'm not scared of the dark. Never have been. Never will be. And you know what I mean. It's tough, man. I don't, but that's the thing is I don't believe he's an imbecile. I don't believe he's an ignorant man. I don't even believe he's a bad man. I recognize what I saw today. I looked him in the eyes. See, people think I looked him right in the damn eyes tonight. I stood right across from a man and looked him right in the eyes. And it wasn't dishonesty. It wasn't corruption. It was fear that I saw. And then it took me coming back home and sitting down and understanding he's not in fear of his job. He's not in fear of anything like his life. He's in fear of the very corruption around him. He even said it. He doesn't know he said it, but he said it. He said this whole department isn't corrupt. And you know what? I agree with him, because Ryan's standing there in front of me. See, because if there's one, if only one of you isn't corrupt, the whole department isn't corrupt. But if that one man is so scared, so fearful to speak up, what does that leave? See, you don't have to be corrupt in the heart, but if you're scared, if you're in fear of the corruption around you, and he said it himself. He said this whole department isn't corrupt, Michael. And I said, I know. Yeah, brotherhood my ass. See, the problem is blood is thick. But how thick is it? Is it thicker than a man's own conscience? Because see, if blood is thicker than a man's own conscience, that's a scary place to live. Man. This would have been a better fireside chat had I not already blown up on Facebook. I blew up on Facebook. This is like post-whiskey. If y'all don't like this one because I'm super calm, then go watch the pre-whiskey one. Because the pre-whiskey one is a way more fiery conversation. I gotta go back and read y'all stuff now. I don't even know what y'all been saying. I haven't been paying no attention to y'all. We have corrupt police in Australia, but as individuals, not a few or more in one cop shop. Always hold back a little important information that you know and pull it out when the time is right. Thanks, Deb. Somebody retracted a message. Yeah, I thought maybe there was. Maybe he was just showing off, Bridget. Maybe it was just a big show for his colleagues. It could be. That would be sad, though. That'd be real sad if a man sells out for a show like that. Yes, ma'am. Killing Emma. Omar Fraze said Mike is fearless. I got plenty of fears. I'm not. All I said was I'm not scared of the dark. There's a difference. I got plenty of fears. I got way more. Trust me, people. Trust me. I'm a very wicked man at heart. I work it out every day, though. I work that craziness out. Pink, yes. A man can't hide. That's what I love about like what you guys see. Like I could put an act on for a minute or two, right? You guys know I could. Anybody can put an act on for a minute or two. But you guys know I spend hours with you. Maybe not in conjunction, but I spend hours with you. It's hard to put an act on for hours. It's hard to put an act on for days. It's hard to put an act on when your children are around you. It's hard to put an act on when your wife is around you. That doesn't mean I don't put acts on. Shh. Every man wears a mask. Every man. It's when those masks come off that you see the true nature of a man. You guys have seen me upset. You guys have seen me at my rageist, right? Someone told me the other day when I was talking to them, they were talking about my Facebook lives, and they were like, "We watched this one where you raged," and I was like, "Was I? Was I really raging, or was I putting an act on?" And I had to evaluate that myself. I had to sit back and evaluate it and go, was I raging? Or was there a little bit of an act being put on? Did I have a mask on at the time? Yeah, you can only keep a mask on for so long. Reggie said it good. He said, there ain't enough Mac and Clinique to cover up the pain some women go through. There ain't enough Mac and Clinique to cover up the pain some women have gone through. Same thing. There's not a mask that will last long enough on a man. Wear a mask. Yeah, today I saw some masks come off for sure. That's 100% truth. My phone's gonna die. And you've been watching on YouTube. I tell you, I don't worry about the subscriptions. I don't worry about the follows or the likes. But all my advisors tell me I'm supposed to tell y'all to hit subscribe, like, and follow. Oh, that's some funny stuff right there. Y'all know it is. Come on. I got early morning. Y'all catching up on y'all's lag. Oh, you could solve the world's problems around a fire. Good night, CP said. Yeah, my phone ain't dead yet, but it's getting there. I want to get off though because I want to check my neighbor's message to me before my phone dies. Like, subscribe. There you go. Thank you, Omar Fraze. Down under in the future. You guys are in the future. Tell me what tomorrow's gonna bring for me. Oh, girl. I can't be reading that stuff. It's number one rule. Don't ever read your clippings. Don't ever do it. Thus you think too highly of yourself. These are 1,000-year-old proverbs. Don't think this is shit I'm making up. These are 1,000-year-old proverbs. I bet it was hilarious. I bet it was fun. I should have stayed in the car with y'all. That's what I should have done. What if I would have got arrested? Did y'all say that? What if I'd have gone in that cop stop? What if I had gone in that cop shop and never come out? Fire's getting dim, but it's hot, man. My phone is hot right now. It's probably gonna quit because of heat. It's gonna probably overheat on me. How crazy would it been? We totally said that. Oh yeah, that's funny. It was funny. I bet y'all did. I didn't even think about that until just now. I was like, what if I had gone in and my car was running, which means my battery would have stayed charged until someone shut my car off or I ran out of gas. Oh. We did say call Mrs. Underground. Oh, that's funny. That does make me laugh. How true that could have been. How true it could have been. Oh, I'm gonna have to go. I guess I'm gonna have to go read some clippings. Oh. Somebody needs to take screen captures and make the book that I've been promising. People send me so many crazy. Golly. Oh, I know. Jeez. Try to take that would have been nuts. They took me to jail. It was probably close. He probably, if he could have run back in and got on dispatch, probably would have tried to get me pulled over before I got home. Shit, they can't be happy now. That live video got a little bit of attention already. There's already people from around the city messaging me. The live video on Facebook is already starting me some trouble. If I was smart, I'd probably go pull it down, but I'm not scared of the dark. Oh, I'm good. I've chilled out now. I look at it now and I try to go back and learn. Try to go back and go, where did I go wrong? I didn't say anything that I didn't say anything that I wish I could take back. I wish I would have said some other things in some different ways. Like, I wasn't disrespectful. Shit, I walked out of there. You guys know if I'd have been disrespectful or assaulted or done anything threatening, my ass would have been in jail. We already know that. So I know I didn't do anything against the law, at least. I might have raised my voice a little bit and like, yeah, I'm upset about some things, man. But I don't know. How funny is that, Blanca? What if I'd have got put in a cell with Patrick? Okay, I'm not gonna tell y'all a story. I ain't got enough phone. I thought it was an act, Michael. You're an undercover. Some people think I am in. Man, what if they would have thrown? See, because they could have kept me for 24 hours at Woodland Park, but then they would have had to take me to Teller County. So I would have been thrown most likely, I would have been thrown in the same pod with Patrick because Patrick's not in solitary confinement. People have been saying, oh, he's in solitary confinement. That's bullshit. He's in general population just like every other standard criminal. There's nothing there. They do not treat you special because your case makes the news. Okay? He's in general population. He probably got a roommate. And it's, he gets the same baloney that everybody else gets, but don't trust me. I just live here. Go to sleep. I ain't holding you here.